Hola, clase. We're here today talking about the sentences that you wrote, the sentences you translated in the Goose Star section. Let's do a really quick review first of what we said last time. What we said was, in order to decide how to put an ending on Goose Star, let's think of it first in the present tense. Okay, so here's the word present. Let's think about it in the present tense. What we're saying is that if one of these people, me, you, him, her, usted, nosotros, vosotros, ellos, ellas, ustedes, likes a verb, we're going to put an a. If one of these people, me, you, him, her, usted, nosotros, vosotros, ellos, ellas, ustedes, likes a singular noun, we're going to put a. And if one of these people likes a plural noun, we're going to put on. That's present tense. Remember that from Spanish 1. Okay, let me just say this another way. This infinitive verb is pleasing to these people, right? Because remember, this sentence is crazy and it's backwards. If this singular noun, this singular noun is pleasing to these people, and a plural noun are pleasing to these people. That's how I want you to think of it. Hey, here's another way to think of it. Remember that we said if you take Goose Star and you conjugate it in the present tense, we just drop the ending, right? Let's not talk about the top of the chart because we're talking about whether a singular item, whether it's a verb, an infinitive verb action, which really is an idea or a concept, or a singular noun, we're going to use this box here. On the chart, if it's plural, it's going to be down here. So remember that in the present tense, we're going to use the a conjugation for an AR verb. And in the eos, eos ustedes form, we're going to use on. Okay, so that's how I want you to think about it in the present tense. Let's make that preterite. So let's say, for example, playing pleases him. In other words, he likes to play. Let's say play hockey or whatever. So in the preterite, what we said was the singular el eo usted form is o, right? It's an AR verb. Isn't gustar an AR verb? So what we mean is instead of gusta, it's gusto. Liked. He liked it. She liked it. I saw a movie last night and I liked it. In other words, I saw a movie last night and it pleased me. Okay, singular noun. We're going to say gusto. And we also said in the last set of notes that if it's a plural noun, it's gustaron. All right. And if we think about it this way, we're thinking about it as a chart. In the preterite, we drop the ending. Gustar is a regular AR verb in the preterite. We are going to, my nose is itching. Sorry. It's a regular AR verb in the preterite. So AR verbs in the preterite in the el usted form conjugate o, and in the ellos, ellas, ustedes form they conjugate aron. Okay, that's our review. We said that we would talk about these sentences. Let's do it. I saw a good movie last night. Okay, well, I saw a good movie is just the verb ver. It's in the preterite. So do you remember how to put ver in the preterite? In the yo form? And you know how to say last night? And I liked it is where we're going to have gustar. So what we're going to say anoche is last night. Now, you could put vi una buena película anoche. You could put anoche here. You could. I think it sounds a little better in Spanish if you put it here. Okay, so let me ask you this. In English, which sounds better? I saw a good movie last night, or last night I saw a good movie. Do you have a preference on those two? What's the difference? Well, you might want to emphasize when you saw it by saying, last night I saw a good movie. Or you might want to emphasize the idea that you saw a good movie by saying, I saw a good movie last night. And the emphasis is on the movie rather than on when you saw it. So it's kind of like that in Spanish. Um, but I think Spanish tends to favor anoche in the beginning a little bit more than English would. So, but anyway, they're both good. All right, so vi una buena película and me gustó mucho. I liked it a lot. It happened. It happened in the preterite. I liked it. It's an event. It's a thing that took place. Okay, next one. She liked the gift you gave her. Well, let's see. How do you say she if you want to say liked? In other words, the verb gustar is going to be pleasing to her, right? So the gift pleased her. So really, we're not saying she. When you're using the verb gustar, really what you're saying is it's pleasing to her. So my question is, how do you say her or to her? Now, I think we want to say a ella, to her, comma, and then you got to have le, gusto. Now, why do we have to have a ella? Because we got to say who this le is referring to. I know that that's tough to remember. I know that that sounds confusing to some people. You kind of have to memorize it. But my thing was always, why do we have to have le and a ella? Here's why: because le is just a pronoun that means him, her, or usted. But in Spanish, because le works for all three, you have to clarify who le is referring to. In English, we don't have to clarify because him, her, and usted are three different words, and we know who you're talking about. But in Spanish, le is one word. So we got to say something else to help us remember, help us understand who le is referring to. So we have to say a ella. Now, later on in this sentence, we're not going to say a ella again to clarify who le is talking about because we know. So here's le, and this le here is her, right? She shows up twice, or her shows up twice. The gift you gave to her pleased her. The gift you gave to her pleased her. Gave her a diamond ring, it pleased her. In English, she liked the gift that you gave her. Or we could say gave to her. All right, so le gustó, she liked the gift that, and then you gave. Oh, wait, this should not be dio. This should not be dio because you gave this to her. Really, this should be diste. Sorry, my bad. I got to fix that on the slideshow. Diste is the you gave form, the to form. Okay, I hope that's clear. I hope that's not too confusing. Let me know if you think that that's crazy, and message me if you think that's nuts. Okay, we're running out of time here. Let's keep going. We didn't like her grades. Okay, well, I think what we want to just say is no nos gustaron sus notas. Sus notas are her grades. Didn't please us. They weren't pleasing to us. Now, we don't really need to say a nosotros. It is happening to us. They do not please us, or they are not pleasing to us, these grades, her grades. But really, remember with lay means three different things, and we have to clarify. But with nos, it can only mean nosotros. So we don't really need to say a nosotros. Why would we say a nosotros? Well, if you wanted to really emphasize that we're the ones that didn't like the grades, as opposed to someone else not liking them, well, we didn't like them, then you would say a nosotros no nos gustaron sus notas, meaning we, you know? So it's all about emphasis here. Okay, next one. We have they didn't like climbing that mountain. Climbing looks like an ing, but it's not an action in progress. It is just simply an idea. The idea is to climb, climbing. So you're not going to use present progressive here. You're going to use an infinitive for to climb. And let's use the verb escalar. Now, if you'd looked this up and you found the word subir, that works too. Subir is to climb or to go up. Escalar is actually like, mountain climbing. And so we do have to say a ellos here to make sure that we know it they, but you don't necessarily need to say a ellos. We know that les is referring to them. It wasn't pleasing to them. But I like to put it here because it clarifies it. Okay, so a ellos, comma, no les gustó. Okay, why are we using a O accent? Because this is a verb, it's an idea, it's a singular concept. So it's the la usted form of the conjugation of gustar, gustó, and we're using les. Why are we using les and not le? Because it's a ellos calls for les. Okay? Did you like taking a walk with her? Question. Okay, you go out for a walk, you come back. I'm like, hey, did you like taking a walk with her? Here it is. Te gustó? Did you like? Dar un paseo is to take a walk. There's also this verb caminar, so choose one. I don't know. Dar un paseo or caminar. There's also the verb pasearse, but I didn't want to use that because there's some other rules that I don't want to talk about right now. And then con ellas, with her. Now, could I say a ti with this? Sure, I could. I could say a ti te gustó or te gustó dar un paseo con ella a ti. I could throw in an a ti, but once again, we know that te can only mean you. We don't really need to clarify it, but we might want to say, did you like it? And then I would say, a ti te gustó. Okay. Where are we? Okay, so hey, we finished the end of this. Those are the sentences. Next part is just a quick lesson for you guys, okay? Thanks, and I'll see you in the next lesson.